Webinar now. Hello, everybody. Welcome. We are at the top of the hour, ready to get started and have a good time. You are at the Western Association for College Admission Counseling Virtual College Fair, powered by StriveScan. My name is Sibel. I'll be your facilitator for this evening's session. We have some absolutely amazing institutions here to tell you a little bit about themselves, but remember, this is an appetizer. So go ahead and grab as much information as you can, grab their contact info and those links that they'll put in that chat, and then make sure to do a deep dive after this. Now we have about 45 minutes on the clock. So before we get started, I just want to go over some little housekeeping things for you. Use that Q&A button to type in your questions to the presenters at any time, okay? We definitely encourage those questions, but in order to do so, you're going to have to use that Q&A button in your Zoom toolbar. Also, when you are asking those questions, please make sure to put the institution's name within the question so we all know who the question goes to. But also, please do not wait until the last minute, as we do have a limited amount of time and we will not be having a live Q&A with the attendee questions at the very end. So really, really important for you to ask those questions throughout. Also, the panelists cannot see or hear you. You're muted and your video is turned off. So it's, again, really, really important that you interact with us through that Q&A. Fun fact, our panelists and presenters might be putting some cool information in that chat. So it is really important also that if you see some notifications pop up in your chat, that you go ahead and check them out. Also, disregard the signing up for more sessions. We do not have any more sessions left for this evening, but you're more than welcome to check out the strivescan.com website for any additional college fairs later on down the road. But last but not least, if you'd like to relive the fun with us from this evening, or maybe mom, grandma, dad, a friend wants to check out these institutions as well, they can go ahead and do that, and so can you by watching the recording that'll be available within the next few business days. All sessions are being recorded and are available at strivescan.com/WACAC. Now, without further ado, I would love to get started. Our first institution is Ritsumeikan Asia Pacific University.
Thank you for that. So hi guys, my name is Bethany Konda. I am a regional rep for Ritsumeikan Asia Pacific University. We go by APU just because the name is so long, or Ritsumeikan APU, whichever you prefer. We are an international university in Japan. I myself am based in Hawaii, but I work with students who are residing in the US and Canada. All right, so just to give you a little background about APU. We are an international university in that we have students from both outside of Japan and from within Japan, and we keep our student body at just about 50-50. The reason we want to do that is because we want our international students to be fully integrated into a Japanese campus, so they have chances to interact with other students, other Japanese students, but also chances to interact with other international students. Our student body is about 6,000 students, or 5,700 this past year, and the majority of our students are undergraduate, so full-time 4-year degree-seeking students. That's about 5,500 of our students. Our faculty as well is just under half international. It's a very diverse campus. You will find that you'll meet people from all around the world if you come and study with us. The campus itself is located on a mountaintop overlooking the city, which you can see here. On the left-hand side of the screen is our on-campus housing called AP House. All first-year students will live in AP House for 1 year, and after that move into the downtown area to complete the rest of your degree. Classrooms are on the right side of campus. It's a straight shot, so it's about a 10-minute walk, 7 minutes if you want to run, from where the on-campus housing is to the classrooms. APU itself is located in the city of Beppu. I don't know if any of you have heard of it. We are located in southern Japan on the island of Kyushu. It's from Tokyo, about an hour's flight. But we are a mid-sized city, about 120,000 people. Looking at the picture, I would say we're like a seaside town, kind of like a tourist seaside town. So it's a little bit slower style of living than some of the larger cities that you might find in Japan. This is just some fun facts about our city. We have about 2,000 hot springs located all over within the city and just right around the city. So we're actually #1 in Japan for the volume of hot spring water, #2 in the world only to Yellowstone National Park. It's a large part of our tourism industry, but something that has been kind of adding to that is that we have a shrine in Beppu that was the inspiration for the shrine that is drawn in the anime Demon Slayer. If any of you watched it, a lot of people are coming to Beppu and their neighboring towns because a lot of the locations are being the inspiration for a lot of the animes that are popular these days. So check it out if you're ever in Beppu. Just to give you a little bit more about the climate, we get all 4 seasons in Beppu, even though we're located quite south. Our winters are on the milder side. We will get snow a couple times per year. It doesn't usually stick, or if it does, to the mountainside maybe, and then by noon it'll have melted. In this picture, you'll see all the steam popping up throughout our city. That is our hot springs. But yeah, it's kind of, I would say, slow style town, but you will be able to kind of feel at home just because you're not having crazy winters or crazy summers. It's just kind of, you'll have all 4 seasons. Just some pictures. This is the snow in Beppu, and we're also located right by the beach and on the other side, a mountain range. We were founded in the year 2000, so we're are fully accredited by the Japanese government. Your degree will be recognized, even if you want to go back to the US to study afterwards or to find employment. In this recent Times Higher Education ranking of Japanese universities, we were ranked 21st and 5th among just private universities. For our programs, we have what we call colleges, so the College of Asia Pacific Studies and the College of International Management. This is all we have to offer, but it is offered entirely in English. So if you have no Japanese background, that is not an issue. You can study your degree in English with us. College of Asia Pacific Studies, which is a social science degree, or the College of International Management, which is a business administration degree. So you pick either of these colleges when you apply, and then as you take the intro courses, you figure out which area, which is listed below, that you would like to specialize in. In addition to this, we do require our students to study Japanese once they come and study with us. So you'll start at whatever level fits you. If you're a beginner, you start at our foundation. If you have a background, you'll take a placement test and start at maybe an intermediate or a more advanced level. We do require 1 year of Japanese with us, and then we offer higher level Japanese for those who would like to work in Japan after graduation or want to find employment that would be using Japanese. Outside of the classroom, campus is very vibrant. We have over 110 student-led organizations or clubs. We have what we call multicultural weeks, which are weeks just dedicated to one country or region or culture or idea, anything that the students want. They plan it all, and they hold events throughout the week to showcase it to the other students. And if you would like to work part-time, you can do so when you're living in Japan. You just need to get a work permit first, and you can work on campus or downtown at maybe like retail or any food establishment as well. Something I think is quite specific to Japan is you will start job hunting in your last year, so your 4th year. And of our job hunting students, about 96%, a little over that, have at least 1 job offer before graduation, which is great in that you don't have to go home to look for a job, or you don't have to graduate and then figure out what you're going to do. When you're still a student, you find a job, and then when you graduate, you start working for them right away. So especially in Japan, it's nice because you don't have to think about a visa or anything like that. Our tuition listed here. So first year tuition, about $12,400, and then $14,300 from your 2nd year onwards. We do offer scholarships, 30 to 100% off of that. Our application is online, and I'm just going to rush through this, sorry. But if you have any questions, throw it in the Q&A. I will also put my email address there if you want to contact me after. But thank you.
All right, awesome. If you have any questions for Ritsumeikan Asia Pacific University, please put it in the Q&A. Next up, we have Temple University Japan campus.
Just give me 1 second. Technical difficulties.
That's okay, no problem.
Okay, thank you very much, everybody. My name's Nathan Crown, and I'm the Director of Overseas Admissions here at Temple University, Japan campus. Let me share my screen. And let's get into it. Temple University, Japan campus is a branch campus of one of the United States' largest research universities, Temple University in Philadelphia. We're a branch campus here in Tokyo, an amazing city, and we offer the opportunity for students from all around the world to come and study a US degree in Tokyo. And you're graduating from a big American school, Temple University. So I'm going to give you a brief overview of what we offer here in Japan, and don't hesitate to put any questions you have in the chat or the Q&A box. As I mentioned, we're in the heart of Tokyo, one of the world's great cities, great public transport, clean, statistically very safe, exciting city, so much to do and see. And you can study right here. We offer a small campus, 1,300 students, with students from all around the world. So not only studying with fellow Americans, but also Japanese students and students from 60 plus countries. If you've taken any college credits, AP, IB, or A-levels, you can potentially get credit for those and have a head start on your education here in Japan. Temple University is ranked highly in the world rankings as well. And that's on the screen now. Temple has been at the forefront of international education for many years. As I said, our main campus is over on the East Coast in Philadelphia, the Japan campus here in Tokyo. And we also have a campus in Rome, Italy for study abroad, and that's been there over 50 years. So not only can you come and study in Japan, you can study at our other campuses or one of our many study abroad partners around the world to really enhance your degree and see other parts of the world. In Tokyo, we're located in a place called Setagayaku Sangenjai, which is just 5 minutes from Shibuya. Now, Shibuya is that famous crossing where thousands of people cross. It's kind of like the Times Square of Japan. So you're very close to all the action. And with such a great public transport system, you can really take the train everywhere. You don't need a car. So we're just to the west of Tokyo and a short walk from the station. Around the campus, plenty of shops, restaurants, cafes, supermarkets, karaoke, all sorts of stuff. We've got plenty of things to do near the campus as well. What's a typical day or week like for a TUJ student? We come to class, small class sizes, average is 21. So you're going to have an interactive, challenging curriculum, plenty of time to get to know the professor and your classmates, plenty of time to ask questions and discuss and debate. So we don't have any large lecture style classes. It's all very small and intimate. We have a big internship program as well. So many of our students are taking an internship as part of their degree to get some real work experience before they graduate. And then we have a whole range of events and activities for students to get involved with, whether it's climbing Mount Fuji in the summer, skiing or snowboarding in the winter, going to watch a sumo match, there's all sorts of things. So I encourage you to get involved with that as well. And then we have various clubs that students can join and make friends and stay active and have fun. As I mentioned earlier, about 1,300 students from all around the world, and everybody studies together. So we have about 40% Japanese citizens, and we don't separate domestic and international. Everyone studies together with the common language in the classroom being English. And our professors as well from all around the world. We offer 10 different majors, and they're on the screen now. Our largest program, International Business Studies. Each of the program has a strong liberal arts base. Most of them have a language component as well, so you can take Japanese, Chinese, or Korean. You can also have the flexibility to double major or major minor, or even change a major. So if you're not quite sure exactly what you want to do when you start, you can be undeclared and then declare your major later on. We've also just added in minors in computer science and information and technology. In summer 2019, gosh, time goes quickly, we've moved to a brand new campus, and this is the main building now. So we've moved from a different part of Tokyo. If you do look us up, we used to be an office building style campus, but now we have a purpose-built campus. Everybody studies together, outdoor space as well, access to gym and pool, and our neighbor, Showa Women's University, students can use their facilities like cafeteria as well. So a small campus community with access to large campus facilities. I think the best of both worlds. Students coming from overseas, you have a choice between our dormitories, or you can apply for the homestay program as well. But at minimum, you're guaranteed a dorm room. Musashi Kosugi is our main one, and every room in this one is a single bedroom, single bathroom. So you're not having to share with anyone, which is nice. And there's some great pictures as well. Homestay, that's an opportunity for you to live with a Japanese family for the semester and really immerse yourself in the culture. You get to eat with them, practice your Japanese, and just see the Japanese way of life. So I do encourage that if you are looking to continue to improve your language skills and really immerse yourself in the culture. Cost, our tuition is similar to in-state tuition, and it's significantly less than the average out-of-state tuition for both public and private schools. So the thought of going overseas, you might think it's expensive, but the reality can be quite different. And certainly with us, with that tuition, it can be a lot more accessible than you thought. And of course, we accept FAFSA as well, GI Bill and veterans benefits, private student loans. We do have merit scholarships you can apply for as well. Very high job success rate, and that's in part because of our great internship program, and our career development office will help you throughout your time here to prepare for job hunting. You can apply on our website or through the common application, either is fine. And then coming up to the end, so I'm going to skip through a couple of things. Any of you that are seniors now, if you are thinking still for fall, applications are open until May 14th, so you can still apply for fall. And that's it. Thank you very much, everybody.
Awesome. Thank you so much. If you have any questions for Temple University Japan campus, go ahead and put it in the Q&A. Next up, we have the American University of Rome.
Hi, everybody. Let me just quickly share my screen here. All righty. Awesome. My name is Kate Huseman. I'm the Assistant Director for U.S. Admissions for the American University of Rome in Italy. AUR is a small private liberal arts college in Rome, founded in 1969, and it is fully accredited in the U.S. So it is a U.S. institution just picked up and located in Italy. All of our courses and our programs are taught in English. So it's quite a tight-knit community over at AUR. We've got 500 students total and 10 majors, which I'll go into in just a minute. Because of our small student body size, our class sizes are quite small as well. We've got 14 students on average to a class, which has been an incredible blessing for us this past year during COVID. We've been able to remain largely in person, just with strict distancing and mask usage. So a lot of our students, they haven't had to take their courses from their living room, which has been really amazing for them. Although we are quite small, we are very diverse. We've got 60 nationalities represented in our student body and 28 languages spoken on campus. So studying at the American University of Rome is very much an international education experience, despite the fact that it is an American university. So why study abroad and why Italy? This is not just about AUR, but kind of any of the schools who you'll hear from tonight. You'll be considering a study abroad. So here are some statistics that just kind of speak for themselves. That first one, particularly 97% of study abroad students find employment within 12 months of graduation. And that just kind of speaks to the experience that you get during a study abroad program that pushes you to grow as an individual. And it really lets you develop some skills that employers find to be very attractive. So it's a great reason to consider a study abroad, whether or not it's a summer, semester, all 4 years, whatever that looks like for you. So why Italy then? Italy, and specifically Rome in general, is quite an affordable city, even though it is so famous and such a big, massive city in the EU. You can see that the average living expenses are, quite a bit lower than your large city in the United States. So students love living in Rome. It's very affordable. Also, the location, you really can't beat it. It just is not only easy to get to Paris or London, but very easy to take a weekend and go to Morocco. So it's in a pristine location. And then also you can't beat Italy when it comes to, heritage sites and just history, food, architecture. It's just an incredible place to be. Let's talk a little bit about our academics. As I mentioned, we have 10 majors. You can see them, they're listed on the screen. Some of our more popular majors are business administration, film and digital media, and our international relations and global politics program. Our archaeology and classics is a very unique degree because of the location in Rome. And then also our travel and tourism management is one of our newest programs that a lot of students are showing interest in. At the heart of our curriculum is experiential learning. So our professors do a very good job of getting students outside of the class every week, whether or not that's visiting a museum as like an art history student, or possibly even going to the UN food program if you're studying, business or global politics. We bring guest lectures to campus on all different disciplines, and we also do 1 credit on-site classes, over the weekends from time to time. For example, in our food studies minor, we have a 1 credit course about all the production of olive oil. So students get to go into the countryside, visit a few olive groves, and earn a credit while they're at it, which is pretty amazing. So what does life look like when you're not studying or learning about olive oil? There are lots of activities to do at AUR. We've got clubs, sports, non-academic field trips. If you want to go up to Milan, go shopping, we can do that for you. We have cultural events and language exchanges, and then of course, everything that Rome has to offer. In terms of support services, we do look more like a traditional American university with an on-campus English-speaking doctor. We have English-speaking counseling services, and then also student mentor positions, one of which are our res grads. So these are upperclassmen students who have been through the experience of adjusting to life at AUR, and they just help our incoming students just, make sure that they're doing well, figuring out the, lifestyle is totally different in Rome. So we do take very good care of our students. So if any of that sounds interesting to you, just very quickly, I'm not going to read them off, but you can see the required documents that we ask for in our admissions process. We are completely test optional. We take a very holistic review of each one of our applicants, which does include an interview. And our enrollment is quite flexible. So we have rolling applications, and actually for this fall, we're not requiring a visa. So there's still time if you're interested to do a semester, something like a gap year, or all 4 years with us. We do have merit scholarships and financial need-based scholarships available, and we are eligible for FAFSA because we are a US institution. This is my contact information. You can snap a photo of that, email me at any time, follow either one of our Instagram accounts, either the admission specific one or the general one, and check us out on Facebook as well. So that's it for me. Thank you so much for listening.
All right, thank you so much. If you have any questions for the American University of Rome, go ahead and put it in the Q&A. Next up, we have Trinity College, Dublin.
Thank you. I'm just going to share my screen. So, hi everybody. My name is Laura Kelly, and I am a North American representative for Trinity College, Dublin. I'm sure the accent gives me away. I'm from Ireland. I moved to the US a couple of years back, and I'm excited to tell you about student life in Ireland and studying at Trinity. So Trinity is based in Dublin, Ireland's capital city. I know I'm biased, but I have to say Ireland is just a beautiful country to live in. We're a small island. You can drive from the north of Ireland to the south in about 6 hours. We are a very friendly and welcoming nation and ranked in the top 15 safest countries in the world, and English is the main language spoken. And as a US citizen, you will not need a visa prior to entering Ireland. After you arrive, you will register with immigration and you'll be permitted to stay 5 years. So once you finish your degree within the 4 years, you have that extra year after you graduate. And Dublin is a very young European cosmopolitan city, always something to do. It has a vast array of museums, theatres, art galleries, and so much more. It's home to many global corporations across a range of sectors. It's a very easy city to navigate and just a perfect city to travel throughout Europe from. And students in the past certainly have taken advantage of inexpensive flights to many European destinations over their 4 years at Trinity. And our university is one of the ancient universities, established in 1592. We are over 429 years old. We are Ireland's highest ranking university and ranked 101 in the University World Rankings. 95% of Trinity graduates go on to employment or further study, and we're the top producers of entrepreneurs in Europe for the last 6 years in a row. And our campus is in the centre of Dublin's Innovation District. We're within walking distance of Dublin Silicon Docks, the Financial Service Centre, and all the leading multinational corporations with whom Trinity have strong academic collaborations with. And if you have been to Dublin, there's a pretty good chance you visited our campus, which attracts hundreds of thousands of visitors yearly from all over the world. It's a very diverse, vibrant campus. It's home to 18,000 students from over 120 countries worldwide, and 28% of the student body is international. Our old library, pictured here, dates back to Trinity's establishment in 1592 and is home to over 6 million books, including one of Trinity's many treasures, the Book of Kells. It is Ireland's largest library and a legal deposit library, so publishers throughout Ireland and the UK must deposit a copy of their publications. And here we have a picture of one of our US students on his first family visit to the campus at just age 5 years old, and pictured now in his second year at Trinity. And I do hear that story quite a lot. Students who visited Ireland, discovered the city, walked on the cobblestones of Trinity's campus, and returned later as students. And we have 3 faculties, 24 schools, and hundreds of course combinations for students to choose from. Our tuition varies from 24,000 to 33,000 depending on the major, and we're also part of the US Direct Loan Scheme. And a unique offering I wanted to mention tonight is our dual degree with Columbia University of New York, where students will spend the first 2 years at Trinity, move to New York, and spend the second 2 years studying at Columbia, and receive a degree from both universities at the end of the 4 years. We offer 11 subject areas in arts, humanities, and STEM, and we add new subjects to this program every year as it grows. It's a fantastic opportunity for students who maybe want to have the US college experience and studying in an Ivy League college such as Columbia, but also want to experience living internationally and studying at a leading international university like Trinity. And to make an application to Trinity, you will do so directly through our website. The portal is open from October of a year, with rolling admissions for most programs until June. Included in the application will be a focused personal statement, contact details for 2 academic referees, and you'll be able to upload any supporting documentation to the application, or they can be emailed or sent through Naviance and Score. You can make up to 3 applications, but your first should be your preference. We have a minimum GPA requirement of 3.3, and we are currently test optional for 2021 admissions and will continue to be test optional for 2022 admissions. And we understand that the idea of moving abroad is daunting and you might be worried about studying and living in a new country, but you won't be alone, and there is an amount of support available for you. To point out a few, each undergraduate student is assigned a personal academic tutor, and that tutor is going to be with you through the 4 years at Trinity. So if you need any help or guidance with anything, from study to health to anything at all, you can seek the guidance of your tutor and they'll act as an advocate for you within the university. I really want to mention our Global Room team, which are our main support hub and event space for international students. They're always in hand with advice and support, and they put on over 300 international themed events every year. And lastly, we have over 170 clubs and societies for you all to get involved in. We have academic, language, arts, culture, and sports. 2 of the oldest college debating societies in the world are at Trinity, the Phil and the Hiss. And these clubs and societies are very involved with the campus, the community, and the city of Dublin. And it's just a great way for students to get to know Dublin, their new home away from home. And here we have some of our notable alumni: Oscar Wilde and Samuel Beckett, some of Ireland's most famous poet and playwright; Ernest Walton, who was one of the first scientists to help split the atom and a Nobel Prize winner. And more than half the Nobel laureates from Ireland have graduated from Trinity. And anyone who has read the book or seen the very successful TV series Normal People will recognise the novelist Sally Rooney. And the last person I'll mention is Mary Robinson, who went on to become the first female president of Ireland. And with alumni based all over the world, you'll have access to this worldwide alumni network, creating opportunities for mentoring and networking. So please feel free to ask any questions. I've included the details of our West Coast representative, Damien O'Farrell, who's also the regional manager for Americas. And Damien would be more than happy to chat or organise a Zoom call to talk more about Trinity. So thank you.
Thank you so much. If you have any questions for Trinity College Dublin, go ahead and put it in the Q&A. Next up, we have University College Dublin.
Thank you, Sibel. All right. Hi, everyone. My name is Chelsea Weaver, and I am with University College Dublin, or UCD for short. I am based in San Diego, and I am the regional representative for the Western region of North America. I will start with a few highlights of Dublin and Ireland. As Laura said, Ireland is an incredibly friendly, welcoming, and safe country. Dublin is a very vibrant city. 50% of the population is under the age of 34, so it's truly a great city for college students. It's also a very accessible city in many ways. As I've said, it's known to be a very welcoming place. There's no visa requirement as a full-time undergraduate student from the US. It's an English-speaking country. It's easy to travel around the country, and it's well connected to mainland Europe. Dublin is a very modern capital city and home to almost 1,200 multinational companies like Facebook, Google, Airbnb, and Twitter, and is a great headquarters for internships and work experience after graduation. Now, a little bit about UCD. We are ranked within the top 1% of universities worldwide. We're also ranked the #1 university in Ireland by US News and World Report for the 2nd year in a row. We have about 19,000 undergraduate students, and nearly 30% of our student body is international. We have the largest campus in Ireland, so it's a little over 300 acres, and we are located 3 miles south of the Dublin city centre in the beautiful green suburbs of Dublin. We were ranked #1 in Ireland for graduate employability for the last 3 years, which is a ranking that also takes employer satisfaction into account. Our campus is very similar to a traditional US college campus, like a typical state campus, with all of the amenities that you're used to seeing in the US, such as a swimming pool, a sauna, a gym, climbing wall, and various student and academic support services that you would hope to find as well. We have multiple libraries throughout our campus dedicated to different academic disciplines. We have over 130 societies and sports clubs, including a few of my favorite societies, the International Student Society, the Harry Potter Society, and the Food Society. We have over 3,000 students living on campus, and we do seek to guarantee housing for incoming undergraduate international students. All students stay in a private bedroom with shared living spaces, so you will not have to share a dorm room. And we have food stores, laundry facilities, a pharmacy, and a health center on campus as well. So in Ireland, we refer to majors as courses or programs. It is common to apply directly to the course of your chosen subject, which is known as direct entry. We do not have general education requirements. So if you want to study English and you never want to take a math class again, for example, you do not have to. We offer over 70 undergraduate degree courses, which are 3 or 4 years in length, depending on the course. We also have our liberal arts and sciences program, which is our most popular program for US students, as it is most similar to an undecided major in the US and allows you to explore various subjects for your first year or two before you actually choose your subject focus. We are on the Common App, or you can, of course, apply directly on our website. For admission to UCD, we only review academics. We do not review essays, letter of recommendations, or extracurricular activities. Entry requirements for all of our programs are on our website. We are currently test flexible for some of our programs for 2021 entry. However, our more competitive programs do require the SAT or ACT. We're not entirely sure what 2022 and beyond is going to look like just yet. We strongly advise submitting your application before our priority deadline of December 1st, just to ensure that you're able to apply to our more competitive scholarships. Speaking of scholarships, 80% of our international students receive a scholarship, anywhere from 10 to 100% of tuition. All of our scholarships are academic merit-based. For a point of comparison, UCD is typically more expensive than staying in state for school, but often less expensive than going out of state or to a private school in the US. We are also on the FAFSA. We accept US federal aid and US veterans benefits as well. We do have a 3D virtual tour on our website, so definitely encourage you to check that out, and certainly hope that you will be able to visit our beautiful campus in person in the near future when it is safe to do so. As a reminder, my name is Chelsea and I am your regional admissions representative, so absolutely reach out with any questions, and thank you so much for being here tonight.
Awesome, thank you so much. If you have any questions for University College Dublin, go ahead and please put it in the Q&A. I am losing my voice, I apologize. Next up, we have Duke Quinchon University.
Hi, I'm Lindsay, Global Recruitment Officer for Duke Quinchon University, which is Duke University's new joint venture university in China. Essentially, what we're offering is like a Duke Education 2.0 taught in English in China to top international students from all around the world. You don't have to know any Chinese language at all to apply or to get in, although it is the required foreign language for at least 2 years. The rest of the curriculum is taught in English. As a joint venture university, we are owned and operated by 3 partners. The first is Duke University, which most years is typically ranked in the US top 10, worldwide top 20, one of the top universities in the world. Our second partner is Wuhan University, which is one of China's top 10. And our students study on both campuses, meaning at DKU in China and at Duke University in the US, and earn 2 degrees. Our third partner is the city of Quinchon, and this is where our campus is located. It's one of the greenest and wealthiest cities per capita in all of China. It's an emerging technology and innovation hub, much like early Silicon Valley. From here, it's about 21 minutes on the high-speed train to get to Shanghai. So our students have really easy access to all the modern amenities and wonderful things that you can find in one of the biggest and most international hubs in all of China and all of Asia. We're also about 20 to 30 minutes from China's historic water towns like this one. So in contrast to those modern glitzy cities, our students can also visit places like this that retain a bit more of the history and traditions of traditional China. And as I mentioned earlier, our flagship study away is the study at Duke, which is typically done during either the fall or the spring semester of the 3rd year of the program, with the option to add on a consecutive summer term. While at Duke, our students live on campus in Durham, North Carolina. They get to take from the wide array of courses offered at Duke, participate in clubs and activities, and pretty much have the full Duke experience. And they do graduate with those 2 degrees, a Chinese degree conveyed by Duke Quinchon and a US bachelor's degree from Duke. We are an American-style, research-oriented liberal arts and sciences university, taking an innovative, practical, and global approach to higher education. We are very international. We're aiming for about 60% Chinese nationals, 40% international. About half of that 40% comes from the US. When we're at full capacity, we'll be about 2,000 undergrads, and we already have over 50 different countries and nationalities represented, even though we just launched in 2018 and only have 3 classes enrolled at this time. Here's a quick look at our majors. They are all interdisciplinary dual majors that have been pre-packaged together, much like double majors. In general, we have great preparations for international affairs and diplomacy, international business, STEM fields, poli-sci and economics, and more. We're running 7-week mini-mesters where our students get to focus on just 2 classes at a time, which is really nice. And every Friday is set aside for experiential learning outside the classroom. So field trips, sports, activities, internships, research. There's all kinds of things that our students like to do with what is essentially a 3-day weekend. We have the best student residences I've ever seen anywhere. They're all brand new, spacious, and really, really nice. For cost, our tuition is tied to Duke University's, so it's currently just under $57,000 per year before discounts for scholarships and financial aid. Additionally, the cost for housing, meals, and travel is about $10,000 lower than what you could expect to pay on average if you are in dorms and on meal plans in the United States. The good news is over 80% of our international students are receiving reduced tuition through scholarships and financial aid. So most of them do not pay the full sticker price. And we do offer scholarships that cover up to 100% of tuition for all 4 years. If you apply to Duke Quinchon University and you get in, we will actually offer to fly you to China in late April, put you up in a hotel, and then you would tour campus, tour the area, take sample classes from our professors, and basically see if this feels like a good fit for you before it's time to decide where to commit. So that's it for this presentation, but we do have full-length presentations available on our website and email plans. So if you'd like us to keep in touch with you, just scan this and sign up. And if you give us t-shirt size, we'll also send you a really nice, super soft Duke Quinchon. Thank you so much and have a great night.
Awesome. Thank you so much. If you have any questions for Duke Quinchon University, go ahead and put it in the Q&A at this point. At this point in time, if all of my panelists and presenters could join me, that would be fantastic as we just kind of close out the session. Now, remember, everybody, this is just an appetizer of all these institutions. So you may want to grab their contact info or those amazing links that they put in the chat or their presentations in order to follow up with them. It was a very quick 45 minutes because, as we all know, time flies when you're having a good time, right? So a couple different things before you leave. Quick survey will appear after you close out the window. So just go ahead and give us some feedback, my attendees. Also, we don't have any more sessions for this evening, so go ahead and disregard that message. But if you'd like to relive the fun with us, a recording will be available at strivescan.com/WACAC if you'd like to check out these institutions again, or maybe have a friend check them out with you. With that said, thank you all again so much. Really appreciate the time, my presenters, panelists, and my attendees, and I bid you all a great evening. Bye, everybody. See y'all later.
Bye. Thank you.